For the longest time, AI has been this incredible wordsmith, a master of language, but it's been completely blind. So today, we're going to talk about a revolutionary moment, the moment AI finally opened its eyes. And trust me, this isn't just some minor update. We're talking about a whole new era for AI. So let's just jump right in with a little test. Take a look at this meme. Now, you and I, we probably get this instantly, right? It's that classic feeling of, I'll do it later. But the real question is, could an AI get the joke? Well, check this out. We actually showed this to an AI called GPT-4V. And here's what it came back with. So it's not just describing the image. Yep, that's Kermit the Frog in bed. No, it gets the nuance, the procrastination, the feeling behind the meme. And that right there is our first clue that something huge has just happened in the world of AI. So you're probably wondering, how is this even possible? Well, it's actually a pretty simple idea when you break it down. AI just got a brand new sense. For the very first time, it can see and understand our world in a way that's, well, a lot more like how we do. Okay, so up until now, we've had what are called large language models, or LLMs. Think of them as geniuses who live in a world of pure text, super smart, but basically blind. But now we have large multimodal models, LMMs. And the big difference is vision. We've gone from an AI that only reads to one that can see and think about images and text at the same time. So what exactly is an LLM? Really, it's just a language model that's been given extra senses. We're starting with sight, because, that's our main sense as humans. And the whole point here is to push AI towards a much more general, much more powerful kind of intelligence. And look, this is way more than just teaching an AI to spot cat videos online. Giving AI the gift of sight, wow. It unlocks this incredible range of new skills that were pure science fiction just a little while ago. I mean, just look at the range of things these models can do. It's kind of mind-blowing. It can spot a celebrity or a famous landmark, sure. But it can also look at a picture of your dinner and say, hey, that's Mapo tofu. Or it can analyze a medical scan like an x-ray. And get this, it can even take a rough sketch you drew on a napkin and turn it into working website code. Insane, right? But it gets even crazier. We're not just talking about simple recognition here. This is about actual reasoning. When you show it this chart, it doesn't just see lines and numbers. It actually analyzes it. It finds June, it compares the data for all the different years, and it correctly figures out that the highest price was in 2022. That's a real multi-step thought process. And this example, wow, this really shows you the potential. You give GPT-4V a foot x-ray, and it doesn't just say there's a break. It says, there appears to be a fracture in the fifth metatarsal bone, and then it adds the common medical term for it, a Jones fracture. I mean, that's a level of specialized expert knowledge that is it's just incredible. Okay, so if an AI can suddenly see, that's got to change how we talk to it, right? It completely changes the game. We're moving past just typing words into a box. Now, we can actually point at things. Which, brings up a really cool question. If your computer can see what you're seeing, how does that change the way you talk to it? It suddenly makes the whole conversation feel so much more natural, so much more intuitive. So, there's a fancy name for this. It's called visual referring prompting. But honestly, you can just forget the jargon. All it really means is that you can draw right on an image to ask about it. You can circle something, draw an arrow to it, whatever. You just point to what you want to know. And the process is super, super simple. Seriously. You just upload an image, draw a quick circle or an arrow on the spot you're interested in, and then just ask your question. It's really that easy. It's like pointing something out to a friend sitting next to you. Okay, check out this example right here. Somebody drew a simple math problem, a triangle, and used arrows to point to a specific side and an angle, then just ask the AI to solve it. And what does it do? It figures out, okay, for that side I need the Pythagorean theorem, and for that angle I need the tangent function. It understands not just the drawing, but exactly what you're asking it to do. And I gotta say, this isn't just some cool tech demo or a party trick. These new abilities are set to be absolute game changers. They're already moving out of the lab and into the real world, into our lives and our jobs. I mean, the potential here is just massive across so many different fields. In healthcare, it's about analyzing things like medical scans. For manufacturing and industry, it could be spotting tiny defects on a production line. And even for you and me, in our daily lives, it could help with stuff like figuring out confusing software. Let's just circle back to medicine for a moment, because the impact here could be absolutely profound.
Just listen to this. The AI generates a draft radiology report from a lung scan using really specific medical terms. Imagine this as a tool for doctors. It could be completely revolutionary.
Or, hey, let's bring it back to something we can all relate to, like a car fender vendor. Instead of all the paperwork and waiting, what if you could just snap a picture of the damage? The AI could do a first-pass evaluation and get the whole insurance claim started, just like that. Talk about a time saver.
So it's pretty clear this whole vision thing isn't just another bullet point on a feature list. No, this is a fundamental fork in the road for AI. It changes everything about where this technology is headed and how we're going to relate to it. The future of AI is, without a doubt, visual.
I mean, just think for a second about the history of how we use computers. First, we had to type in these cryptic text commands. Then, we got graphical interfaces with icons we could click. More recently, we started talking to conversational AI. Well, this new visual interaction, it's the next huge leap in that story. And that really is the most important thing to take away from all this. For the very first time, an AI can understand the world visually the way we do. It's no longer just a tool you feed text into. It's becoming a real partner, a collaborator that shares our visual world and our context. And that leaves us with one last big question to think about. We've been talking about digital assistants for years, right? But now that they can see our screen, see the work we're doing, see the world through a camera, are we finally, truly at the dawn of the digital co-pilot?